5-game preseason. Certainly glad to have you along as we take a look at has evolved into a three-point shooting league. I know we've joked and kidded about it for the last couple of years, but it is a reality.
Oh, it is a reality. All in. I love Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah. Here's DeRozan. Nice move. Harris, a big body, long body.
He was able to muscle that up. Great post-up move that time by DeRozan.
Jackson with the layup. Typical. Harris on the inside. 4-year reported $43 million contract in your range, Jack, as Ibaka drills a three and a great
basket interference on a big fella.
Powell driving, and starting five remain on the court for the Raptors as they lead by 4. Neither team shooting the basketball well.
Lowry, good decision that time.
There's been a lot of change in the offseason, and there are times every day it was information overload. It was great if you're an NBA fan.
Well, I think it's become like the NFL. It's a 12-month sport now. It's unbelievable.
And then, of course, that brings us to the question of, and it's a question that Leo and I get, jumping in, or do you want to just do your continual appearances on, Raptors, Snapchat, along with Raptors?
I think he would have gone a lot higher if he was healthy the entire year, and I think Tom Crean.
The injury.
Dramatic
Different for the Hoosiers. Ibaka on the inside and
to the bucket.
Luke Kennard kicks it over. Here's Ish Smith. He's been known to be Lowry with a pass over to OG. Great look underneath. JV
as well. Beautiful look that time to Valanciunas.
Well, already, and Jack has been complimentary. There's both point guards.
Well, we saw this the last few years with Kyle Lowry and
dribble, where it's like your contract, trying to keep Leo and I around with you.
Coming up with this nonsense.
So Corey, of course, ends up in Indiana, but his ability, and both of us really like him. He's works exceptionally hard, but then also the belief. He shows it again right there, but Drummond comes away with it, and shot doesn't go. Pirtle unable to collect it with the tax. And they got to be roster players.
Nice pass, nice catch.
To try to get the defensive collapse and then kicking out.
Pretty basic playbook for both teams.
C.J. Miles racks up. Ellison spinning. Raptors on an 11-0 run. Bullock on the inside, able to finish. Jackson doesn't go. Here's Van Vliet, season opening. Drive, kick. DeLon Wright, bucket!
And on the situation, whatever you think politically, and politics and sports guys aren't supposed to mix, but I'll tell you what, think about it. I think it's refreshing.
Well, the Pittsburgh Penguins today visited the White House, and certainly, as we all know, on the inside, DeLon Wright. And the kick out, tracked down by Harris, and a slam dunk.
These young men in all the sports would do a great job creating change.
Corner three. Rebound.
Nice.
Wow. TSN 1, and I think that you and I will be checking out that.
Miami and Washington are those 4 teams in that next.
Played for Buzz Williams at Marquette. That's why if Isaiah Thomas is healthy along with Jake, those are 3 key players that the Celtics don't have. And to be fair, when you look at Boston, they didn't run away with. Drummond on the inside, and
his win in the goal, though.
No. You gotta start shooting that 3. If he shot
20th season, Sacramento Kings this year.
Kyle stumbling, and Ish Smith with the slam dunk.
In terms of what he did for the game here in Canada, and particularly here in the GTA. From a winning perspective, number 7 and number 10, they have produced at a higher level on the line in consideration of that. But the best players to ever play on for this franchise, number 10, number 7, those would be guys that belong in that discussion.
DeRozan goes back to what
Ilmago.
That goes back to what there needs to be a true #1 player.
And they didn't have it that year.
But I'll also say this. Serge, corner three!
They need to
stat monitor. They're attempting to
make the numbers bigger. Thank you, because I can't see. I'm guessing. I remember the number over there. What is this?
Valanciunas, we need a jack cam.
I love it.
We need a camera right here at the table, just a little one.
I'll wear a patch on my jacket, just like the players. Maybe do a spot.
Jack is open for sponsorship deals. Here's DeRozan with a 3 and Drummond with a rebound. But I do that, you know, with the way that this game, we've talked about it so many times. Look at here, Serge Ibaka. How many attempts is Ibaka? We'll see him back up here. Big fan, too, of Andy Rounds, not just because he's Leo's son, but he's somebody that can.
I think those would be two ideal markets.
Yeah, two logical
and
additions.
To me, I think that league.
I would say as DeRozan works on the inside, great look, and Valanciunas with the finish in the NBA. I know everybody says it's going to be Cleveland and/or Boston and Golden State at the
nice pass.
Enter the playoffs to avoid
certain teams,
the supposed monsters of the league, right?
Well, Oklahoma and Lucas Nogueira, like, who's going to be in this fatigue? Six.
We're so tremendous in welcoming me here to the city.
I mean, next Thursday night, I'm just getting warmed up for next Thursday.
Tomorrow we're gonna. I mean, go figure.
Look forward to it.
Here's Ish Smith with a jumper, and it's good. Over Edmonton, Calgary, Ottawa, Montreal, Halifax, all the great places that we've been.
The country, I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's great for the national following.
We haven't been to Winnipeg yet. I mean, I
too.
have.
LeBron James's first exhibition game as a NBA player. Unfortunately, things.
Lowry gives it up to DeMar DeRozan with the 3, and it's good! By the way, yesterday saw a good friend of yours, Drummond with a...
One of the greatest things, guys, about being an American athlete in Canada, by the way, 2 Thanksgivings.
It's all good.
That it is. And Delon Wright finds Jakob Van Vliet. Delon Wright. Here's C.J. Miles. Goal shooting percentage.
It's all about the number of shots you're able to contest and the difficulty of the types of shots that people get. He'll get out and guard on screen and roll. He'll communicate. He moves his feet.
John looked at every night. And you take that every. Here comes C.J. Behind the back. Oh, what a dish!
Injury. You know, you could sometimes get a steal because people.
Van Vliet. He was traded to Brooklyn.
Well, I just think sour grapes. I think, you know, obviously, but there were a lot of wide open shots that I saw that didn't go in. And that one didn't work out either, you know. Sometimes guys get the big deal, it doesn't work. Communication and those things that are so important, and the spacing of your offense and the credit. They were patient and they see the long haul.
But yet they're getting to the free throw line as well 25 times. Why? You know, they've gotten to the rim.
Guys that are makers, and that's going to be the big challenge. And that's where these young guys come in. Who else, in that? Do you have your team in game prep? It gets a little harder, and guys the state's got dudes that can make shots. And I think if you want to play that way, you got to have guys that can be shot makers. I think this group is a little bit more. There's a lot of question marks still. You'll learn a lot more. 6 of the first 8 on the road on a tough West Coast trip. You'll learn even more. You will when your kids go to college and you finally are an empty nester.
Here's Delon Wright.
That's a travel.
Delon gathers. Next week, October the 19th, Raptors and the Bulls get it all underway. There's Lucas, and they're going to take this one. They're going to improve to 2-2 on the preseason.